welcome to Little Literati. I'm Jess and this is my TBR video for the month of August. And I know I mentioned in my last video that I was reading a lot of fan fiction on my phone last month, and so I didn't get a single book read. And honestly, I think it has contributed to a reading slump because I don't really feel the desire to read anything this coming month. And I know that I should read actual books and try to redeem myself for last month, but I'm trying to break through that wall on actually wanting to read anything. So I might only get around to reading one, maybe two books this entire month. I was wanting to reread Jane Eyre this summer before school starts, but that, school starts in just a couple of weeks, and so that means I'm gonna have to try to squeeze this in, which makes me sad that I'm not enthusiastically looking forward to reading this because you know me, you've seen my videos. I love Jane Eyre, it's my favorite classic, and yet I just can't summon up even the enthusiasm for this. So hopefully I can break through it and fall in love with it all over again, and it will hopefully trigger some enthusiasm for other reading this month. I also, along the same lines, would ideally like to get around to reading the Eyre affair, just because, the connection, and then I did actually end up buying book 2 in the series finally, so I could actually see what happens after this one, because both of these will be a reread for me. I don't want to read anything out of the library just because, again, I'm not feeling very inspired to do any reading, and so I don't want fines to rack up or people to be waiting while I just sit on books that are just being left untouched on my shelf. So I'm going with things that I own, but I would ideally like to get around reading this just so that I can read past it and see what else happens, because I did enjoy the book the first time around and would like to see what else the author came up with other works of literature. So this is kind of a puny, sad video this month. I'm really sorry about that. Fingers crossed that I actually care enough to read this month and pull myself back into being my usual bookwormy, literati self. So stick around. Hopefully I'll have a favorable report at the end of the month. But in the meantime, read excellent books. Tell me what you're planning on reading, and maybe something that you recommend will trigger an inspiration for me. So please leave any recommendations you may have down in the comments below. And in the meantime, we will see you in the next video, but read great books.